Okay, if you're coming from the south, like from the Houston area, and you're driving north up the freeway, you're going to pass through the city of Livingston, and we're coming up on a sign that says Pedigo Park. Here it is now. All right, so it says it right there.
434D.
You're on Highway 59. You've been traveling from the Houston area. You've been traveling north. The signs all say Pedigo Park, 434D. Oh no, Lester, I'm looking and there's Pedigo Park on the other side of the road. Yes, I'm sorry, friends. You have to do a U-ey. You ready? Slow it down a bit. And it's a real simple U-ey. This is a one-way road, so you don't have to worry about people coming towards you unless there's someone been drinking. But otherwise, you just make this U-ey right here. And now, guess what? Everybody coming from the north and those coming from the south are all going to end up merging onto the exact same road, the same feeder that turns into Pedigo Park. Okay, you've been traveling from the north going south. From the Dallas area, driving south. You will not pass through the city of Livingston. You're going to exit beforehand. All right, we're taking
432B.
432B to Pedigo Park. It's also the same exit as the hospital. And it even says Pedigo Park. We're taking this exit right here. Now off to the right, there is the middle school football field, and here's your hospital over here, a little bit further up. We're gonna stay on the feeder for just a little bit. And now we are all together, those coming from the south and those traveling from the north. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting over because I'm about to turn. Oh, coming up, I see the sign that says Pedigo Park. Now listen, Pedigo Park is pretty big. The place that we're gonna be is towards the back of the park. So here's the Chamber of Commerce. We're gonna turn on this road right here at the Chamber of Commerce, guys. Now, don't worry if you go too far, because even if you end up going past it and you turn at the next Pedigo Park, don't worry, it all loops around to the same place, okay? So Pedigo Park is pretty large. I'm gonna turn right here at the Polk County Chamber of Commerce, all right? And I'm gonna drive straight down this road. Off to the left, there's gonna be all kinds of baseball fields. There's lots of lakes and ponds here. Beautiful place. They take very good care of this. And remember earlier, I said in case you end up going too far and go to the wrong entrance, it's gonna all loop around. Well, it will. This little road that you see here is gonna loop around and come right back into the main road. So you'll want to come here to this main road. It's a little bumpy. It's a little bit bumpy. And we're going on back. We're gonna continue to pass all of these first baseball fields. Beautiful park here. A little lake, maybe kind of a larger fishing pond on the left. A lot of people come take their little picnics here and hang out with their girlfriends. There's more baseball fields here on the right. And guys, we're just gonna keep on driving. Like I said, we're back here a ways. Now, we're 2 weeks out. I hope we still have green foliage when you guys come. But right now, things are very pretty, but you can certainly see fall is in the air. The leaves are starting to turn colors on us. And we're gonna keep on driving. This road is not in the best of shape, but it's not too bad. We're gonna keep passing the baseball fields. And now, when you get right about over here, on the day of the event, there'll be a lady in a vehicle sitting over here. She sits there every time they have an event, and she'll kind of direct you of where to go. You don't have to stop for her, because I can tell you right now where you're gonna go. You're not gonna turn here. This is where all the regular vendors are gonna be. But instead, you're gonna keep driving straight. right? Because remember, I asked if they would put us on the far, far end of the park so we can kind of have our own spot. And so when you get here, you're going to go ahead and go straight. You're going to leave the gravel. Or I'm sorry, you're going to leave the blacktop onto the gravel. You're going to see all kinds of cars parked over here and lots of canopies and tents for all of the smaller vendors. You'll see all of their food court area set up. Those are the bathrooms over there. We are going to be way over here in the corner. All right. So I think this is, you're going to probably have to turn here, I'm guessing. And I'm going to show you where our canopy will be set up at. Now, you will all be parking in this green space over here. It looks to be nice and dry, so I wouldn't worry about getting stuck. But as you pull through here on that particular day, there's going to be cars parked everywhere, guys. Lots and lots of cars will be parked all over the place. I do believe that you're going to be turning right down through here, and hopefully you'll find a place to park right along where I'm pointing now. Our canopy, there's a fellow over here walking. I don't want to get up and close and be videoing him and he think that I'm a weirdo. But our canopy should be set up right over there. They have a place here they set up for Christmas, like a special drive during the Christmas season. I don't think that'll be set up on the 15th of November, but our canopy will be right over there, somewhere in this area on the end. Now remember, it's going to look different on that day. On that day, there will be cars parked all along here. There will be canopies going all the way down from end to end and around the back side. So there's going to be, it's going to look quite a bit different on that day. But for today, you kind of have an idea of how it's going to look. And I'm still videoing the guy's walking right past me right now. I don't want to run over him. I'm just going to wave at him. He never looked up. Okay, so this drive sort of loops around, but I don't think on that day you'll want to make this loop. I can't imagine there'd be a place to park. But we will be somewhere right here in this grassy area here. And we're going to have ourselves a large canopy. Let's go ahead and get out, can we? We're going to rent ourselves a large canopy. So there may be baseball games going on that day. I can't say for sure. I don't know what all will be happening on that particular day. Soccer games, I don't know. But I do think that our canopy will be in this area right through here. And so I'm hoping that you'll be able to walk down along this little bit of a trail here. And so if you're in a wheelchair or if you're in a walker or whatever, we'll have our canopy set up right through here so you can pretty much stay on the trail and still have a chance to walk by and hang out with all of us, okay? So this is the place, guys. This is the place right here. Now, like I said, all of this will be full of people. Both of those large buildings will have vendors set up inside of them. We'll go ahead and walk over. My truck is fine right there. There'll be lots of tents and canopies set up along through here. Just don't, and by all means, once you're done, or if you want to take a chance to visit some of the other festivities, by all means, please do so. Get out and walk around and enjoy yourself. Restrooms, I'll show you. Restrooms are going to be right over here. You can see where I'm pointing. There's a spot right there in the middle. It's the green roof. All of those are your restrooms, men and women's restrooms. This will all be full of people underneath this one. They'll have their individual canopy set up, all under this and the one next to it. So there'll be canopies and tents and people set up all through here. And we encourage you to go ahead and come by and visit and shop if you choose to shop. Hang out if you want to hang out. Find you a place to sit if you need to. Guys, there's plenty of space to bring your own chair. If you're afraid you might not be able to find you a seat as far as their picnic tables go, and you might not. You might want to bring your own lawn chair, okay? And being that we're going to have the event here, then I do believe you'll have plenty of places to sit down. Now, we will have a covered canopy for us. I cannot promise we'll have space for people to come under the canopy with all of the Morrows and all of the visitors. So you just probably can't just like plop down anywhere, but you can find you a shade tree if you choose to, and that would just be wonderful, okay? So this is Pedigo Park, and this is the area where we're going to be having the big event. Alrighty, we're so very excited about it. All right, so let's just say that now you're ready to leave Pedigo Park. You've had yourself a wonderful visit with the Morrows, and now you're going to go ahead and do a few other things around town. Now listen, I don't know where you're choosing to stay at, if you're going to stay overnight. I don't know if you plan to go eat in different places, and by all means, guys, at some point you kind of got to do your own thing when it comes to that. But what I do know is that there are some people who are taking their own vehicles and who would like to just do a drive-through visit of the JL Ranch. And so what I'm going to do right now is show you how to leave Pedigo Park and how to get to the JL Ranch. Once we get there, I'm going to remind you again of the basic rules that we have in place while at the JL Ranch, reminding you that you are a visitor, and it's only kosher that when you're a visitor in someone's home or on someone's property, then you adhere to their basic polite request. All right, so once I've gotten myself back to the freeway, I'm going to be right here on the feeder. Now, in case you're curious, I have talked a few times about Catfish King. Now, Catfish King is right across the way. You can't go straight, you got to go around. But if you like catfish, shrimp, fried food, a salad bar, yes, it's a get your own salad bar, guys. I highly recommend Catfish King. They are wonderful. As a matter of fact, when my dad comes to town, that's his favorite place to eat, Catfish King. All right, so you can only turn one way. I'm going to get here on the feeder. But if I'm going to Longhorn Lester's, I have to go back the other way. So I'm going to stay on the feeder and not get on the freeway. If you're heading back to Houston to the airport or somewhere else, then there's the freeway right there. I'm going to stay on the feeder because I'm going to loop-de-loop myself around and go see some JL Ranch. Now, I kid you not, no more than a quarter of a mile out of Pedigo Park is everything you could ever imagine that you would need. There's a Walmart right over here. And guys, there's every type of place to eat right along this stretch that goes side to side here. Okay, I mean, there's everything. Fast food, dine in. I know for a fact, James is going to talk to y'all about her favorite restaurants. But if you're going to the JL, make the U-E. I'm going to just make this U-E and get right back on that freeway. We have 5 miles to go north to pass and visit the JL Ranch. So once again, you don't have to go to the red light. You just make the U-E, go underneath. Be careful getting here because, as you know, you have to merge with other traffic. And whenever you're ready, give it a little bit of throttle and let's go. Remember, guys, this is only for the folks who want to travel and go visit the JL Ranch. You don't have to. But if you want to swing by and make that circle drive around the JL, get a few pictures and videos, you can. And looky here, we're getting on the freeway. Destination, JL Ranch, 5 miles ahead. All right, so just as you're aware, this interstate is a 75 mile per hour speed limit. So if you drive slower than that, make sure you stay to the right side and stay out of the 18-wheelers way. There's a lot of big trucks that drive these roads. The beauty in that, though, is there's lots and lots of rest stops. So if you need to stretch your legs on occasion, or you want to stop and get a drink or use the restroom, there'll be a lot of places to do so. All right, so 5 miles past the Pedigo Park, you're going to come to this big double truck rest stop. There's a rest area on the right, and there's also one over here on the left. At this point, put on your blinker. You're going to be turning to the left now to go by and visit the JL Ranch. You can see our white rocky driveway right there. We're up on the hill. You'll see the flags hopefully it'll be pretty weather and those flags will be a-flying. You get over in this little turn lane. Now be very careful, friends. You have a lot of traffic coming at you, and they're moving fast. These guys are coming at 75 miles an hour. So you want to make sure that you stop, make sure you look real careful, and do not scoot across there until you're sure you can make it. Now, you're going to go straight ahead to that little that white rocky drive. One of our biggest worries with too many people coming that day is the fact that there's a very short area to turn here, and you do not want to have people stopped on the freeway. That could be very dangerous. So you go ahead and turn on in, and you are now here. Please don't stop right here. If you stop right here, people behind you may get stuck on the freeway. So please make your way all the way to the top of the hill before you ever even think about stopping to take a picture or a video. Guys, please be respectful of those behind you. Do not have anybody sitting there stuck on that freeway. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get me a couple of new flags, so it'll be nice and pretty that day. And as you swing up the driveway, just please keep an eye in your rearview mirror and see if there's people behind you. Do not be that person to slow everybody down, especially possibly create an accident. Remember, the rule that we have here, and it's a very basic rule, is do not get out of your vehicle. By all means, take in the beauty, take in the animals, put your windows down, take your videos, get your pictures. Just notice what's going on around you. See the bulls wherever they may be, the horses wherever they may be, the big birds. You have no idea, guys. Remember, they are not trained circus monkeys, and they're not going to work for your food. We're not going to offer them snacks that day. You're not going to be able to throw over Cheetos, over the fence, or muffins. Please do not be that person who feels like you have a special privilege to be able to get out and feed animals. We don't want the cows fighting. We don't want the horses kicking. And we certainly don't want Carl ramming the fence. So we're giving you a chance to visit the property, but we're asking you politely just to kind of keep it moving. By all means, take your pictures, grab your videos, put your window down and say hi to Tex, but stay in your vehicle. If there's no one behind you, then by all means, feel free to stop your car, but don't get out. I'm going to tell you 100 times, don't get out. If you start seeing the animals congregate and gather up, please keep moving, because all they're going to start doing is kicking and fighting with each other. And you don't want to be responsible for someone getting kicked in the head or someone getting bit. Carl's walking over. And I bet you Carl's going to put a lot of steps in on that particular day. I see Tina is underneath the barn area. Debbie's out with Carl. Most of the horses are underneath the Coliseum there. Hey, Carl. And you're just going to drive straight on up. You're never going to turn. You're going to drive straight on up. There's Bucky Boys. Down the hill, which you can't really see from here, you see the blue barrel. That's Gary's Grove. There's Roman staring at you from the Coliseum. Ivy laying in the dirt. And if you go ahead and look, you can see all of the Longhorn out back. And like I said, there's no guarantee where anyone's going to be on that particular day during that particular time. We have asked and paid for Uriel to come by that day and be riding the horses around. So he'll just take turns on different horses, not Roman. And you're just going to come all the way up and make the circle that I'm making right here. And you'll be able to get a good view of, hopefully we'll have everybody around, but there's no guarantees of where the cows are going to be at on that particular day. Remember that. Right here across the way is the neighbor's pasture. You might see the riffraff, but once again, there's no guarantees about that. As you drive by, please keep an eye out for my kitty cats. I see Trixie laying here in the dirt. We're gonna have her put away on that particular day. She will not be out and about. And then we're gonna have the road closed as you circle on around. We'll have a road closed sign right there. And instead, you'll be forced to make this left right here. And you'll be going down this driveway. You do not want to hit the JL Motel. I don't know if that building there will be finished by then. I hope it will be. And you're going to continue right on down this driveway. Before the event, we'll have it rocked all the way in and all the way to the road where you will exit and leave. If you choose to make another pass, that's simple enough. If there's no traffic and there's plenty of, you have time available, then by all means, when you turn out onto the feeder, you go down and turn back in again. Just please be respectful of other people who want to also have a visit. And if you notice that traffic is backed up, don't do that to each other. Remember that you're a human, and be human, guys. Do the right thing. Not selfishly take multiple trips and slow other people down, whereas they can't have a chance to visit. Alrighty? We are very excited about the Meet the Morrows event. And I really do hope that this can go over without a hitch. And I certainly don't want you to be the reason that we end up not having to have it next year. Now, guys, as I speak, I know there's people getting their feathers ruffled because they're upset about the fact they can't get out. They can't love Roman. They can't give snacks to Danny. They can't come over and try to feed the riffraff next door. They can't pet Ritzy, Trixie, Stella, Christmas. But remember, you can't do that at any meet and greet. We're adding a little extra special moment here by allowing you to at least come by and see the animals in person. But you have never, ever gone to a meet and greet and been welcomed back to someone's home. We're not going to allow you to come over here and rile up the animals, get them out of their element, get them all worked up, feed the horses so much they end up all having colic the next day or the next night. We cannot afford to have you mess things up. So remember, the event is the meet and greet. The event is the meet and greet. This right here, making the stay in your car loop-de-loop, is a little icing on top. And trust me, everybody and their mother is telling me it's a horrible idea to trust you. Can't we prove them wrong? Can't we just prove them wrong? All right, so there will be people monitoring the property here, security, as well as trusted friends who will keep the line moving. There will also be paid security guards and security personnel over at Pedigo Park. So as we don't have, you just want to make sure that we have everyone taken care of. But I'll say again, please don't you be the reason that we're not able to do this ever again. And don't you be the reason that so many others have a bad experience. A lot of folks are taking money, time from work, and other sacrifices to come by and do this. So just keep that in mind. Don't you be the selfish one to mess it up for everybody. And I will just go ahead and say, that is what I've been warned of over and over and over. That the people in the world today don't give a darn about their neighbors or about other folks. It's only about me, me, me. Please, let's not make this about you, you, you. Enjoy your visit, but let's be polite and respectful. And then, you know what? Hopefully, we'll be able to do it again. Thank y'all for watching. I hope I answered all of your questions. We'll catch you guys on the next video.
Don't let let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.